Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are looking at something, well, truly mind-bending. Consider this your ultimate survival guide, a literal future 100. We're going to unpack the incredible predictions of world-renowned theoretical physicist Michio Kaku, and we'll look at them side by side with profound studies on what actually film it. We're zooming all the way out to the cosmos, and then right back down into the biological clocks ticking inside your own cells. It's a vast, fascinating topic, so let's get right into it.
Let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. 1. The theory of everything. 2. The science of immortality. 3. Extraterrestrial intelligence and UFOs. 4. The technological knife's edge. And 5. Reality, consciousness, and meaning.
All right, Section 1, the theory of everything. So for 71 years, Dr. Michio Kaku has been on this massive quest to finish Albert Einstein's ultimate dream. He's looking for a single elegant equation, maybe just 1 inch long, that explains all the fundamental forces of the universe. We're talking gravity, electromagnetism, and the nuclear forces, all completely unified. And Kaku's primary tool for this is string theory. Now think of a set of cosmic flashcards for physics concepts. On the first card, you might draw an electron as a tiny little dot. But string theory says, well, actually, scratch that. If you could zoom in infinitely close, that dot isn't a point at all. It's a tiny vibrating string. If it vibrates one way, we call it an electron. If it vibrates another way, boom, it's a proton. Literally, all the hundreds of subatomic particles we've ever discovered are really just different musical notes played on the exact same fundamental string in an 11-dimensional universe. How wild is that?
And what's really cool is this concept actually unlocks even bigger cosmic mysteries. You know, you've probably heard of dark matter, that invisible stuff that's basically holding our Milky Way galaxy together. We absolutely can't see it, but we know its gravity is there. Well, string theory gives us a fascinating potential answer. Just like a musical instrument can play a higher octave, these cosmic strings can vibrate at higher, invisible frequencies. So dark matter might just simply be the next octave of string vibrations. Our eyes and our current instruments just aren't tuned to see it yet.
So if everything is made of strings vibrating in an 11-dimensional universe, it really begs the ultimate question: what actually caused the Big Bang? Kaku suggests that our universe didn't just explode out of nowhere. Instead, he describes this sort of cosmic bubble bath. Picture countless soap bubbles floating around in a vacuum. Some pop, some expand. In this theory, our expanding universe is just one soap bubble among many in a massive multiverse, occasionally colliding or budding off from other bubbles.
Moving right along, Section 2, the science of immortality. Now that's the staggering scale of the cosmos, but biological immortality? It's actually tantalizingly close right here at home. Inside every single one of your cells, there's a biological clock called a telomere. Think of it like a burning fuse. Every time your cells reproduce, this telomere gets a little bit shorter. And when the fuse runs out, the cell dies. That is essentially the process of aging. However, scientists have discovered an enzyme called telomerase that effectively stops this clock from shortening. Theoretically, this could allow human cells to live and reproduce indefinitely.
But here is the massive scientific roadblock we're facing. Nature kind of has a dark sense of irony. It turns out cancer cells already know this secret. They use this exact same enzyme, telomerase, to achieve their own chaotic immortality, multiplying forever. So the huge challenge for the future of medicine is figuring out how to apply this enzyme to healthy human cells to stop aging, but doing it without accidentally waking up immortal cancer cells in the process. It's a really delicate, absolutely crucial balance.
But let's pause for a second and think about what living forever actually means. The famous Harvard 70-year study on happiness gives us a pretty stark warning for our future. They found that money, fame, and endless time mean absolutely nothing without interpersonal connections. In fact, loneliness kills. It's incredibly deadly, right up there with smoking or alcoholism. So as science races to extend our lifespan, the real question we have to ask ourselves is whether we are investing deeply enough in our personal relationships to make all that endless time actually worth living.
Okay, Section 3, Extraterrestrial Intelligence and UFOs. Speaking of feeling less alone, the mathematical probability of extraterrestrial intelligence is a hotter topic than ever, especially with all those declassified UAP sightings by the government lately. But look at this number, 70,000. That's the number of years it would take humanity's most powerful Saturn V rocket to reach the nearest star system, Alpha Centauri. Let that sink in. It's a massive reality check. It means that any civilization capable of crossing the galaxy to visit Earth right now wouldn't just be a little ahead of us. They would be hundreds or even hundreds of thousands of years more advanced.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it completely shatters our movie expectations. Hollywood always shows us these organic, fleshy aliens stepping out of spaceships to say hello. But the scientific reality, based on the actual physics of these reported sightings, is vastly different. These crafts are seen diving from 70,000 feet and doing instant zigzags. Those maneuvers would create crushing G-forces that would instantly turn any biological creature with bones or organs to mush.
Plus, to bypass the light barrier, advanced civilizations would likely need space warps or wormholes, which require immense energy. Because of all this, Kaku argues that any actual visitors arriving here are almost certainly robotic machine intelligence, not organic creatures.
Which brings us to Section 4, the technological knife's edge.
The thing is, we don't even have to look to the stars to find overwhelming machine intelligence. We're building it right here. Humanity is currently balancing on a very precarious technological knife's edge. We're shifting from the digital age to the quantum age. Your current computer uses digital transistors, which are just simple binary switches acting as zeros or ones. But quantum computers, they compute on individual atoms. This allows for an infinite number of states between 0 and 1. They process information in multiple directions all at once. This isn't just a minor upgrade, it's a total paradigm shift. Even the CIA is terrified, because these machines will eventually become powerful enough to break all modern digital encryption. That threatens global banking, capitalism, and even things like Bitcoin. And running on these increasingly powerful computers is artificial intelligence. Just consider the evolutionary timeline of AI for a second. Right now, Kaku notes that AI roughly has the intelligence of a bug. It doesn't really understand things, it just follows programmed orders super well. But soon, it's going to reach the intelligence of a mouse, and then a dog. Give it a few decades, and AI will match the self-aware intelligence of a monkey. And at that point, AI becomes highly unpredictable and potentially very dangerous.
So, here is the knife's edge. Impartially speaking, the exact same breakthroughs offer two radically different futures. On one side of the blade, AI helps us cure cancer, leading to unparalleled food, wealth, and luxury for absolutely everyone. But on the exact same blade, we face the threat of autonomous AI battlefield weapons, designer germs, and total digital breakdown. The technology itself is completely neutral. It's us, humanity, that will tilt the blade one way or the other.
So how on earth do we survive a future where our own machines might outsmart us? Well, Kaku suggests a highly provocative solution. To avoid a conflict or even a civil war with advanced artificial intelligence, our ultimate survival strategy might just be to physically merge with them. By incorporating robotic enhancements and connecting our brains to these incredibly advanced systems, we basically become superhuman ourselves, allowing us to keep pace with the very technology we've unleashed. Wild, right?
Finally, Section 5, Reality, Consciousness, and Meaning.
With all these mind-bending possibilities, multiverses, biological immortality, cybernetic futures, we're kind of forced to step back and question our fundamental experience of the world right now. Because according to physics, the reality you are experiencing in this exact moment is basically a partial fiction. Your eyes don't see infrared or ultraviolet light. Evolution didn't design your senses to perceive the absolute objective truth of the universe. It designed them just to keep you alive. If you hear a rustle in the bushes and imagine a tiger, hey, 9 times out of 10 it's just the wind. But that hyperactive illusion saved your ancestors' lives. We live in an incredibly narrow, highly edited sliver of true reality. And the main tool we use to navigate this illusion is our brain. Think about the difference between animals and humans. Animal brains are completely locked in the present. They just care about finding their next meal today. But the human cerebral cortex, it's essentially a biological time machine. Because we evolved without sharp claws, fangs, or armored shells, our survival entirely depended on our ability to obsessively plan for and worry about the future. We are uniquely programmed to constantly ask, what happens tomorrow?
So the crucial point is this: since you have a brain designed to look forward, you absolutely must use it to intentionally design a life you won't regret. Studies on human fulfillment show us exactly how to build that highlight reel. Don't postpone time with family and friends. Travel and push beyond the physical boundaries of where you grew up to gain new perspectives. Start healthy preventative habits while you're young, so your body functions for you tomorrow. And above all, don't just play it completely safe. Take risks on your career and your creative self-expression. Because ultimately, physics can explain exactly how the universe works, but it can't tell you what it actually means. Kaku learned this firsthand. Serving in the US Army during the height of the Vietnam War profoundly shifted his perspective. He realized that unlike animals operating purely on survival instincts, humans must use our highly evolved brains to make active, really difficult moral decisions. He said, you have to believe in the goodness of men and also the fact that men can do evil, and you have to fight for what you think is right. We have the unique burden and the absolute privilege of defining right and wrong.
We've explored the very fabric of an 11-dimensional universe today. We've looked at the ticking clocks of our own mortality, the math behind alien intelligence, and a future balanced perfectly on a knife's edge of artificial superintelligence. The universe itself might just be a giant bubble bath of probabilities, but your life isn't. You have the power to observe, to connect, and to act. So the ultimate question isn't just about what the future holds, it's about you. What meaning are you going to create in this vast 11-dimensional universe today?